Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Banana Bread Trades. My name is Goose, and it turns out you have to hit the go live button to start a stream. It's crazy, right? Who would have thought? I sat here getting ready, and I was like, you know what? I can't see chat. Well, no wonder I couldn't see chat and hadn't started the freaking stream. I'm a silly goose. What can I say? Well, yesterday was FOMC. That shit got kind of boring, honestly. Like, I don't know. I'm somewhat disappointed in yesterday's FOMC. We only ended minus 2.5% on the day, and that's just like, I don't know, it's like a regular sell-off day. We had that little, like, wick up. Good morning, Mr. Cass. We had that little wick up yesterday, but, like, nothing, like, crazy, you know? Like, I was expecting kind of some doom or some, like, absolute rippage. It was kind of a very moderate FOMC. In the release, I read it, and it was almost exactly the same as the previous FOMC, and I think that's what caused the kind of the boringness. There was absolutely no surprises. Now, in the speech, Daddy J Powell was very firm on reiterating that they are not done raising rates. They do not think that inflation has peaked, and that they will continue to raise rates, and there is always a possibility for higher hikes, right? And I think that's about the time the market really started, you know, rolling back over, because it wasn't really anything bullish in the release. Just the fact that the release had no new news whatsoever, right? We released the basis point hike was exactly as predicted, exactly as they said it would be in December, or the previous FOMC. So yeah, just zero surprise. I was really hoping for a little bit higher of a rate hike, and that would tank us pretty violently. Didn't get that, so I really didn't have much of a bias during FOMC. I was like, man, you know, this news isn't new, and we were ripping, so it's like, oh, we could infinite rip, and then, you know, it eventually turned over. But yeah, I didn't have anything. Sorry about that. I didn't have anything like super delicious that I really wanted. I got like one short in for a handful of points, but overall yesterday was like a very like midday P&L wise. Like I just like barely got my daily goal, which is sad. You know, I was hoping, like, I was ready to like send it, right? I had my news funded account. I have an account that's specifically for high volatility situations where I send it. You know, I just have a huge take profit and a pretty tight stop for these news releases. And yeah, it ended up just getting break even. In the Q&A, the last thing he said was inflation became worse in the service sector or something. The moment he took the paper from the table, I went short, says Mr. Cass. Yes. Yeah, yeah, I just like overall didn't play it well. I'm glad you did you get pated, Mr. Cass? Like, how many points did you get out of that? 'Cause, I mean, we dumped pretty far. I was really disappointed. I shorted with a few MES, and I got like 15 points out of my short. And honestly, I should have just held the short like the rest of the day, because we just sold off the rest of the day. But I was kind of unsure, and I was just like, dude, I just need a lock-in profit. Like, I need something on the table. Oh my god, that was hot. Oh my god, he's too hot. That like burned my mouth. So yeah, overall, just kind of vibing. My Quan taking like a bit to load. I don't know why it's being so slow this morning. I did have to log into everything, so let's try it again. Let's try starting up Quan Tower again. Also, my icons always move to the wrong screen. There. So I'm trying to restart Quan Tower here real quick. It did act a little funny on startup. 30, you were aiming for monthly 10,943 on NQ, but too close, and I trailed my stop too early, got out for 30, had a break even and a stop in the morning, even though I said I didn't want to play it and should have. Hey, at least you ended the day like green though, right? Like, bills are paid. There! Now the Quan Tower's loading. Yeah, now we got volume loading. Now I just need my this dude here to load. But yeah, we're still in just like a pretty like straight down sell off. Overnight was honestly kind of just meh. Like what, we're a total of 786. So again, we're just like right at like 40 to 50 points for the total range of the overnight. You often aim for large NQ levels for closing your ES. Yeah. Yeah, and I know of people that do the like exact opposite as well. They'll like aim for the large ES levels for trading NQ. Like Slade does that. He watches ES and trades MNQ. But no, I just use the ES and chart the ES. But it's just what I like to watch, I guess. For now, like I still love trading NQ. It's just really volatile, and I can get such tight stops with the ES. Probably when we turn to bull market, maybe I'll trade a little bit in NQ. But I mean like the lazy bull market, not the straight up bull market. Still having trouble loading my footprint this morning. I have faith that it'll do it. Well, let's go ahead and draw our levels, because apparently all of our levels have like just disappeared from the face of the earth. Right? Which is very sad. I had a whole bunch of levels drawn. You're happy with ES, to be honest. I think my results wouldn't be as shiny on NQ by far. My ES bracket is a 331 risk reward ratio. It's almost impossible to lose large. Yeah, and that's why I like ES as well. Like it's easier to be disciplined, I guess. Because like on NQ, you almost have to run like a 15-point stop to be like consistent. Damn, I suck at that, you know? Like with ES, I literally just run like a really, really tight, like 3 to 5 point stop, and we're chilling. And then let's right ray. And then let's make a left ray here. Settings. Oops. Wrong settings. Right ray. Let's get you on the correct candle here. There it is. All right. Got our trend lines. How was my day yesterday? Like, honestly, super average. Like I didn't catch the big short on the FOMC release, right? Like when the release came out, like I said, there wasn't anything on it that gave me a super hard bias either way. Like the previous FOMC, I had a super hard bias, right? Because we hiked up to 75 basis points. So I was like, all right, this thing's tanking. Like I got a short bias, and I was just nailing short after short, and I had some nice shorts. This one, like it was exactly as expected, like exactly what they said it would be the meeting prior. So I didn't really have a bias, so I wasn't real gung-ho to like take anything. So I watched the speech, and I don't know, the speech was like, all right. He reiterated pretty hard that, you know, there will be more rate hikes and they will hike harder. And I was like, all right, so that's pretty bearish, but we were still ripping at the time. So I kind of honestly just sat flat for a bit, and then I caught just really just like one short that was good. Got the bills paid and kind of just chilled. Like, it wasn't a day to be like, oh wow, we had such a good day, you know? It was just a very, very average day. There it goes. Now we're starting to get stuff to load. Okay, let's draw some levels. Because all my levels got disappeared. For sure want our 4201 to 4205 level. There's that one. I don't think we'll go that high though. We definitely need to look at levels below us for the day. 48. 75 to 70. And then there's that one. 49. 30 to 40. And that's really good because that lines up with our volume profile. Why are your levels gone all the time? That would drive me mad. Well, sometimes I'll delete them all just so we can draw fresh levels, right? Especially if like we've disrespected some levels. I'll be like, all right, let's like delete them all. And then like if we're on stream, it's like, hey, let's draw levels together. But this one was random because like, this one, they just all disappeared. I don't know why they disappeared. They were just all gone. I don't know if it's something like, I'm sure it's something I did. Like I had to have like accidentally erased all my drawings. But yeah, that one was a little like, I don't know why, but they were gonzoed. Yeah, I think I want my 3820 level. Definitely is like slightly frustrating though. And I mean, sometimes they're gone too because I'll switch like accounts, right? So I have multiple different accounts, and when you like, if let's say I have like, I'm just on like my Bolinox, right? And you have different accounts within Bolinox, all my levels would stay here. But if I switch from like my Apex to my Bolinox, then all my levels and everything disappears, and I have to redraw them all. Yeah, your long time frame, like your big like NQ pivots that you've had have been like absolutely slapping. And yeah, normally I'll let these things sit for a long time, but yeah, for some reason recently they've been disappearing on me. But it's okay because like I kind of have them almost memorized in a way because I've drawn them so many times at this point. 3820 to 25. There. That's a bit of a pivot boy there. And also like with ES, like all my levels generally are about the same distance-ish apart. I try to keep them a pretty good distance apart as well. You know, that way I'm not like over trading or trading stuff that's like way too close to each other. You know, I want all my levels at least 50 to 80 points apart, minimum. To give me like a really clear pivot to work with. No, 6 points is too much. 4 points. There we go. Okay, well, we got some levels there. They'll line up with volume profile as well, so I'm happy with those. Let's adjust this boy just slightly. 33. Oh, no. 37. 37, 20. 37, 25. There it is. That's much better. And like my levels aren't like exact either, you know, they're kind of just like an area I kind of watch for the reversal. Like if I can get initial balance to post around one of these levels, then I'll be like hitting it pretty heavy, you know. That's more or less what I watch for. I'm going to try something for the following week. Is, you know, I got my Bullinox funded account now, and I have like 3 others that are in progress. What I want to do is trade it like I would if I had 4 funded accounts, or 4 or 5 funded accounts of Bullinox, and I'm going to stick to my like 2 to 3 trades a week, just doing my initial balance, and kind of run some stats on that. Like, because if I get 5 points across 5 accounts using the trade copier thing, you know, 5 points, 5 accounts, that's $1,250, right? Well, if I nail that twice, I'm making a pretty good salary at that point. How do you keep all levels synced across 3+ accounts? Well, like, so, like I said, if you just in Bullinox, right, all the levels will, like, you're just changing, you're not changing your data provider, you're just changing like what account is taking the trade, right? Like if they're all with the same prop firm or whatever. But if you change prop firms, like I said, if I change from my Bullinox to my Apex, then I lose all my levels and I have to redraw all my levels. Or if I change from my Apex to my personal account, then I lose all my levels. So it's only if it's within the same data provider, right? Because you have one rhythmic, so like for Bullinox, you have one rhythmic login, and then just multiple different accounts within the same rhythmic login. So it's the same data provider, so they don't have to change the levels. Oh, that's much better. That coffee is getting appropriate. However, Mr. Cass, I did watch that video on that hiking video of Cyprus. That place is beautiful. That place is really beautiful. So it looks a lot nicer than you know, Kansas. Kansas is pretty much just like, it's either prairie land, right? Just like rolling grass hills, or like farmland. Like that's pretty much all Kansas is. We don't really have much for like cool geological features or lakes to like go to. Like we have some lakes, but they're like meh. They're nothing like you go to it and you're like, wow, this lake. It's just like, it's a lake. We can make this smaller now. So yeah, I think today's plan for sure will just be waiting on initial balance. There, it finally loaded it all. Days after FOMC are usually pretty gross. You know, we've been known to completely retrace the entire FOMC. We'll get all sorts of crazy, you know? But I'm not looking for anything like super wild here. Let's move this to 39, 25 to 30. There we go. I like that much better. I'm not gonna get like too crazy today. If I see a really nice setup on initial balance, I'll take it. But days post FOMC usually are just super gross. And a lot of times just don't respect levs because it's all volatile and such. Like we're gonna open with this gap down after a pretty massive red day, right? So it could sell just like straight off. Might not, it might, who knows, but it's not really something I wanna get too crazy with. So I'm really okay with just being patient, maybe getting 5 points and then just calling it a day, if I even get that, right? Like I'm not too the grass is always greener somewhere else on a small vid. Yeah, when you come to Kansas you'll understand. It just sucks here. Like I don't know, out of like all the states to go to, Kansas like is kind of in the bottom of the list of the ones I've been to, at least, right? Like Idaho is truly like a beautiful state. Like that place is awesome. Most of the Midwest is all kind of the same though. Oklahoma has a little bit better, like they have more hills and stuff, so you got more trails and stuff to run. It gets hot though and humid. Same thing with like Texas. Texas just gets like unbearably hot and humid. Getting a little bit of a green candle here. But volume's still like really small. That was kind of weird about yesterday as well. The volume was kind of small there on a few of those moves. Like it wasn't like big boy volume. So I wouldn't doubt us to go fix some of this like poor volume structure all the way to 38.20. 38.20 would be a great spot for us to pivot today. So I'll probably watch that. That would be a great pivot spot. When you look at the weekly volume or monthly volume, pretty much just yesterday's volume though, because we just broke that. Really poor volume from 37.90 to 38.20. So that would be, yeah, repairing that volume would be a really great spot for us to kickflip 180 reverse if we do get any small rippage today, right? So I'll probably watch that as well, but mostly just watch for however the initial balance plays out. Maybe try to sneak one of those plays in. Let's see, 547. There it goes. POC still right at VWAP as well for the overnight session. Well, let's go ahead and type up today's plan. I can probably get that ready pretty early because I know what I'm going to wait on. Crucial, yeah, 3740. Yeah. Like this whole kind of area here is probably going to be a little sus. I'm not too confident in a rip back up, like a big rip back up until we flip POC. 3657 is your level. Oh yeah. I think we'll lose 3720 today, and then honestly, yeah, they had this big choppy range. Once we fall back under 3720, which is this like big choppy range that we had, right? There was like a buttload of volume put in here. 3657 was the I think around the POC of that area as well, like right in the middle of it. I imagine things will get pretty back and forth through here, so I'll also be cautious, just because like there's a shlot amount of volume there. This could just be the big retest of the top of that range as well. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. They don't have to be round numbers, you know? Like, the market's never perfect. And if they work, they work, right? 37.48, 36.57, 34.98. Yeah. I mean, it's wherever your volume ends up, right? I kind of just always go with like I could be more exact with mine, but I just kind of put like a vague like area. Looking at the volume profile, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of like in here. It's gonna be in this area ish. And then I'll just watch Footprint and wait for Footprint to do the thing I like. Oh yeah, we were gonna write up our daily plan. So create post. This song can be skipped. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. I just like the format of this. Okay. So 10.3. Yeah, everyone has a different approach. I would say I'm more like I have this thing of not having an exact level. There's a fly in my computer. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. I traded NQ for a long time, right? So I was just so used to my levels like getting wicked. Oh, hey, POC flip, by the way. We got our POC flip to the low side. So that's big news on the overnight. Big news right there. I traded NQ for so long that I'm kind of like beaten dog in a way, where it's just like, yeah, the level will probably get wicked, so I'll just look at the area. Because like on NQ, like no matter how hard I would like try to have like an exact level, it would always get wicked. Now on ES, it doesn't get wicked as often, right? I can be a lot more exact. So post FOMC, prepare for volatility. No important news today. Sorry. No important news today. I mean, there's a little bit of news, but nothing where I'm like, upper target. Our upper target's gonna be 38.20. 38.20. Top of for volume structure. Lower target. Literally, if we can flush this 38 or 37.20 level, like I know it's probably pretty far down there. But I really want to see 580. Lower target. If we can flush 37.20. Wait, they're pretty sure 36.40 was up. Yeah, 3640 is kind of that like bounce level-ish. It's gonna put a line right there. Pervious range. Previous range. All right, so yeah, that's the plan for today. We're going to wait specifically for initial balance. 3920, or no, it's not 3920, it's 3820. My bad. 30. I'll just get rid of that. Yeah, 3820 is the top of that poor structure, that poor volume structure up here. So I'll look for that to be our upper target. And then 3720, which is kind of where we're close to right now. I look for that to kind of be our pivot. It's the top of this previous kind of gross range. If we can somehow flush that, then we fall back into this previous really gross range from most of October, right? In there, then it's probably going to be kind of choppy, kind of gross. So I'll be very cautious. Probably just going to wait for when we were in here previously, this volume area. I really just wait for initial balance because it's just very, very gross, right? It's a very gnarly range, and you don't want to get caught like in the middle of a range, So waiting for initial balance kind of gives you a little bit of a edge to work with and either play the continuation or the reversal. And then let's go ahead and take a picture. The picture. There we go. Let's take a snipperoo. Save as. This is 11/3/22. That is the plan. All right, we'll see you, Mr. Cass. Have a fantastic lunch. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic Thursday. And I hope to see you tomorrow, big dog. Have a great one. We're going to stream for another 5 minutes or so here. And then we will, oops. And then we'll probably bounce as well. I need to get my chart back on the screen. There it is. So now that we got that done, we can go back to here. We can insert the image. Oops, that's not what we want. Cancel. No! Oh, no. Oh, no. Accidentally closed out of the wrong thing. Dang it, I gotta type all that over again. All right, so 11/3, 2022, post FOMC. FOMC, so be careful and prepare for volatility. Yeah, English. No news today. Oops. No pivot as well that I care for. Upper target is 38.20. Top of or volume structure. Lower target 37.80. Oh no, 35.80. A flush of 37.20. Put this back in gross October range 35.80 to 37.20. I will wait specifically to have an epic Thursday. Insert image. There we go.